episode of 8th Arrow Whispering. And on today's episode, we are going to be doing another fantasy football mock draft. I enjoyed making that last time. Enjoyed, just recording it last time and whatnot. So I am excited to do another one here for y'all. Sorry, I was just getting stuff set up on my computer, but excited to do another one and switch it up a little bit in regards to strategy. See what a different look would look like, what it would look like to maybe draft a little differently than I did last time. We'll do the same thing. We'll randomize 8 teams and go from there, but it'll be the same setup, so we won't waste any time and we will just jump in. So let's go ahead and randomize it. 6th pick again. Alright, we're going to randomize it again just because we were the 6th pick last time, and I would like to get a bit of a different look. So 2nd pick. Alright, 2nd pick it is. Not super stoked about that, but that's okay. 2nd pick's not terrible, but alright, Saquon went 1. I know I went running back last time, and that's typically what I do, but I'm a little tempted. I just want to see what it would look like if I went wide receiver early on and got one of the top tier wide receivers. I feel like last year receivers took a dip. Receivers just weren't as good last year as they normally are in other years, so maybe this year will be different, but I think I'll go Jamar with this pick and just see what a team would look like built around going receiver 1. So I'm going to look at the running backs and see who's available. Alright. There are enough running backs still available that I like that I'd be okay to wait. Because I'll be picking again in 3 picks, so let's see what wide receivers there are. AJ Brown. I'm tempted with Drake London and Michael Penix. I think that could be a nice tandem. So let's go Drake and have that pairing of Drake and Jamar Chase, and then we got Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs. So here's where I'll start looking running back, because it's going to be a while before I pick again, so Chase Brown's still there, but I like both Josh and Jonathan. Bucky Irving. I'll go Jonathan. Now Chase Brown's still there. What receiver? Mike Evans. Okay, all the quarterbacks are still there. Jamar Chase, Drake London, Jonathan Taylor. I'm gonna go Chase Brown with this one. Chase Brown, and then come back and what receivers are there? Jackson Smith and Jigma. 5th round, Garrett Wilson. There are still some nice receivers that I like. What tight ends are there? Drake McBride's still there. That's tempting because I feel like he's the last in the tier 1 tight end class for me. So I'm tempted to go Trey here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go Trey. Get that last tier 1 tight end. Jackson Smith is still available. Travion Henderson. RJ Harvey. I have a good feeling about RJ Harvey. I think he's gonna be nice. The way Sean Payton was talking about him in the draft process, and just after drafting him, the way he had just glowing remarks about him, the way Sean Payton likes to utilize the running back. Denver's offensive line has taken a step up. I think RJ Harvey could be a really good running back this year. I don't know if good enough to take in this position, but Amarian Hampton was taken. Amarian Hampton is another one who I'm very high on. I think he'll be a very good running back, particularly in the second half of the season. I know he has Najee Harris there, and I think Najee will be good the first few weeks, but I think eventually Amarian's gonna take that lead back role. But okay, I like here. Man, this is tough. I like these 3 wide receivers. Jackson Smith and Jake is gonna be the first. What running backs are there? What quarterbacks? Joe Burrow's gone, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Joe Burrow's gone. Baker Mayfield, I'm intrigued by. We'll go Jackson Smith. We're back here. Garrett Wilson's gone. RJ Harvey. 7th round. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna have to start targeting running backs. We don't have enough that I'm liking. Jalen Warren. Alright, we'll go Baker here. I like Baker. I think he'll be good. DK Metcalf just went. That's a good pick. Now that DK has Aaron Rodgers there, I'm a lot more high on him than I was. RJ Harvey went, dang it. Alright, Chase Brown, Jonathan Taylor. I definitely need a running back. Caleb Johnson. He's the rookie in Pitt. I don't think Pittsburgh has a great offensive line. That's why I'm hesitant with it. They also have Jalen Warren there, who's going to be taking snaps. I could go Najee because I think he'll be good, especially that front half of the season. But long term, come playoff time, I don't think he'll be great. But one strategy I could use with Najee is taking him, and then if he's doing really well, trade high on him. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need. I don't know much about Tyrone Tracy. I need to do more research into him. But Tank Bigsby, Travis Etienne, both those guys are still available. always solid. He's always solid, but I just don't know about J.J. McCarthy as quarterback. Jalen Waddle, I'm sort of out on him. I don't have much faith in him anymore. Was that Tetero McMillan? Rashi Rice. Rashi Rice. Zay Flowers. I've gotten a little bit more high on Tetero McMillan. Let's see, defense kicker, bench, tight end. It's gonna be a little bit before I pick again. Jamar Chase, Drake London, Jackson Smith, and Jake Buh. Man. Yeah, I'm okay taking a flyer and Tetero McMillan. Chris Godwin. Let's see what running backs are there. Cam Scattaboo. I don't hate that one. I'm intrigued by him, and I think that might be the way I'm going. Get the San Fran back up. That's always a safe bet with McCaffrey's health. Braylon Allen, he's another one who was looking pretty good last year. But yeah, I'll go Cam for an upside player. Let's see what other tight ends. There's still some nice tight ends available. Chris Godwin, Jaden Reed, Debo Samuel. I like some of these receivers here. Y'all let me know what you think. I'm not super high on Travis Hunter. I could be. I don't know. I just as a rookie wide receiver coming out, I'm not super high on him. I don't think that's not to say I don't think he'll be a good NFL player, but just for fantasy football purposes, I don't know if he's going to be that great of a fantasy player. But John Jennings. There's some nice ones. Jordan Mason, Ray Davis. Man, I'm not loving these running backs available. Alright, yeah, I think what we would do in this situation is just sort of stack up on receiver, and I think that receiver for me here, don't want to go Roma Dunze. I'm between Roma Dunze and Debo. Ricky is tempting as well. I don't know, I like Debo in Washington. I like him there. I think he'll be good. So I'll roll with Debo there. Stephon Diggs, I don't hate. We'll see what comes closer to, training camp and all that. I'll keep an eye on Stephon. I like him, but you just never know with his personality and what kind of locker room guy he's gonna be. Running backs. Yeah, nothing's. None of these. Rashad White, maybe. But even that, I don't like he'd go undrafted. Russell Johnson. Kendra Miller. Yeah, all these. Travis Kelce's still available. Golly. Having Kyler Murray as backup isn't terrible, but I'm not super worried about that. Alright, we'll go Rashad White. Now I'm looking just for upside players who could break out. Oh, you know who I like if they're available, which I have a feeling they won't be. Well, maybe Colston Loveland. I like him. I'm big on the Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland, a little bit higher on Colston. And that's because I think young quarterbacks need a good, reliable tight end. I think that's such a help for them. It's such a safety blanket. I know when being a Panthers fan, when Cam Newton came into the league, Greg Olsen was such a safety blanket for him, and he went off. I mean, they both propelled each other's career, I think, and for Cam, having Greg Olsen there was such a huge help. And so I think Colston Loveland being in Chicago with Caleb Williams is gonna be huge for him. And I think Tyler Warren, honestly, I don't think you could go wrong with either one, Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland. I think Tyler Warren being there, especially with Anthony Richardson's play style, I think just dumping it off to Tyler, he might get a lot of receptions. Now I'm thinking with Ben Johnson being in Chicago, yeah, I don't know. I think Caleb Williams having, any young quarterback having a good tight end on your team is very valuable, and so I'm gonna get Loveland. I'm gonna target Loveland or Warren in any of my drafts as a later addition. But anyway, we will then here just go best available. A C plus. They didn't love my draft. Honestly, I didn't love it either. Yeah. Yeah, nothing really jumps out at me about this. It's nice having Jamar Chase there. I like Chase Brown. I think he'll be good as like an up-and-coming running back. Jonathan Taylor, I think he was quietly good last year, but I didn't have him on my teams, and I didn't keep up with him much, so I have to look more into him. But I feel like I remember him being quietly good last year. Trey McBride, he was a solid, reliable tight end. And again, Najee Harris, I think that's more of I think he'll start off hot and be really good, but again, I think Amari and Hampton by the second half of the season will take the bulk of the snaps. So Najee for me would be a start early and then sell high on player. And yeah, and I just like Debo in Washington. I think that'll be a good pairing. So I don't hate this, but there's nothing that like really excites me, I guess. But again, I mean, the draft, typically by the end of the season, my team looks completely different than the team I drafted. I like to trade a lot. I like to maneuver a lot of things, look at the waiver wire, and so this is really just the foundation. This isn't the final product. The draft for me is just the foundation. So, as a foundation, there's nice pieces to build around. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments of this draft. Yeah, we will end it there. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time on 8th Arrow Wisp.